Some events leave a deep mark on history, but none on the land. This is the site of the Battle of Hastings. After almost 1,000 years, no traces of the bloody conflict can be seen. But here, the fate of England turned. It's where a king was killed, and his victor claimed the throne. October 14th, 1066. We know what happened here on this day, thanks to this. The Bayeux Tapestry. A carefully preserved, illustrated record of events. It shows the main players. Harold, the newly crowned Anglo-Saxon King of England, and his challenger, William, Duke of Normandy. William claimed the previous king had promised him the crown. So, he assembled an army and prepared to sail to England to fight King Harold for the throne. But a storm thwarted his plans. Meanwhile, Harold discovered that a Viking invasion had landed in the north. Another threat to his crown. So he raced to fight them. In France, William waited for the right conditions to sail across the Channel to England. The weather cleared. He seized his chance. "250 miles north, Harold had defeated the Vikings. Now, hearing of William's arrival, his army sped south. At 9 o'clock in the morning, on this hill, William's Norman army were ready to do battle with Harold's Anglo-Saxon men. The stage was set, and up for grabs, England itself. On October 14th, 1066, William of Normandy stood ready for battle at the base of a hill. The high ground belonged to King Harold of England and his Anglo-Saxon army. Here, on this hilltop, the fate of England would be decided.
L'heure est de besoigner. Affaibloigne cette
William's Norman army made the first charge, launching a direct assault on the shield wall. Though William's army fought fiercely against the shield wall, it would not yield. As one man fell, another took his place. Overlapping shields in tight formation made for a near impenetrable barrier. Realizing his army could not break the shield wall, William called for a retreat. He aimed to lure the Anglo-Saxons into a false sense of victory, causing them to break formation. William's feigned retreat was working. The Anglo-Saxon army broke their shield wall formation, leaving gaps for William to make a move. men no longer in shield wall formation, William could pick them off as they charged. The Anglo-Saxons had deployed rows of spearmen to push back the invaders, but William had an answer, his sharp-eyed archers. More Norman men-at-arms reinforced William's army. Anglo-Saxon archers joined the fray, and the Normans' deadly cavalry ready to charge. But first, William's forces had to eliminate the enemy spearmen, whose sturdy polearms could easily bring down a horse. With the threat of spearmen cleared from the field, William's cavalry was free to charge at the Anglo-Saxon archers. The Anglo-Saxon army was in disarray. Their shield wall had been neutralized, and their numbers were dwindling. Now the only thing standing between William and victory was King Harold himself. The Anglo-Saxon King Harold had fallen. In the confusion, some loyal soldiers fought to the death, while others scattered in panic. Leaderless and defeated, the last of the Anglo-Saxon army fled for their lives. The Normans celebrated victory over the English king, but William's quest to rule England was just beginning. At the Battle of Hastings, the death of one man changed the course of history. The Anglo-Saxon King Harold was killed here, on England's south coast. His army defeated by William of Normandy. Anglo-Saxon rule was over forever. At Westminster Abbey on Christmas Day 1066, William was crowned the first Norman King of England. Now he had to secure power across the country. He began by stamping his mark on the landscape, building cathedrals and castles at strategic locations. Nothing like them had been seen in England before. They reminded the Anglo-Saxon population exactly who was in charge. But not all were content with living under Norman rule. Anglo-Saxon revolts broke out across the country. King William acted quickly to crush these rebellions. But there was one region where dissent was spiraling out of control: the north of England. In 1069, a group of lords from Northumbria formed an alliance with Viking invaders. Together, they approached Norman-held York, a large city with an important cathedral, still protected by ancient Roman walls. But the walls couldn't save York. The city and the castle fell to the rebels. William's new kingdom was under threat. He had to get the city back under Norman control. William had no choice but to order his men north. But as the Norman forces set off on their long march towards York, how much resistance from the rebels would they encounter? William the Conqueror marched north, with his army of Normans determined to take back the rebel-held city of York. But in his path stood rebel towns that harbored William's northern enemies. He would take the towns back by force.
L'heure est de besoin jetzt pose à moi.
Cavalarios! Bene! Cavals! Very good! Reitenels, si!
Soyez avertis de votre courage, compagnons. Quand je commande...
Cursores, cavalarios! Bene!
Accessi continent.
Scaraformata, Epson!
Attendez les commandements.
Odin!
Attendez les commandements.
Scaraformata! Si, Parrayan! Para! Asuto!
The Normans captured the town of Middlethorpe, establishing their presence in the north. With reinforcements to his army soon arriving, William would need more resources to supply them.
Ensala! Bene! Exploro! Vado!
Escolti.
Volontiers, Bove, Servientes.
Soyez attentifs. Avant. Apertisez vostre courage, compagnons.
Ayuda! Quer?
Et
Ensala. Cavallo.
Wand, je commande, avant.
Mandements.
Spero. Me? Frux. Escolto. Edifico.
Escolto. Masono.
Mandes. Escolto. Vado.
L'heure est avant, compagnons.
Quod? Si. Masono. Spero.
Fake!
Escolto. Materia. Me? Secco. Quod?
Explierte. Vado.
Si. Ok. Laburo.
Spero. Lavoro. Edifico.
Spero. Ubi vado?
Me. Masono. Finit.
Me? Escolto.
Exploro. Escolto.
Adjustments for montagnons, falls away.
Quod? Vado. Capians. Che? Ocest. Masono.
Acton sicombos voldres. Wand, je...
Ensala. Si. Vado.
L'heure est avant, compagnons. Pour votre service. Montagnons, falls away. Je suis votre serveuse. Avertissez votre courage, compagnons.
Sagitas!
Soyez montagnons, falls away.
Quod? Movens. Laburo.
Another rebel town, Fulford, stood in defiance to William's rule.
Chevalier, avant, compagnons.
Escolto.
Access avant, compagnons.
Che? Edifico.
Exploro.
Acton Attendeți, les command...
En sala. Escolto. Parat. Escolto.
Soyez prêts, compagnons. Asseyez vos armes.
En sala. Cavallo. Parat. Si.
Si.
Laburo.
Ok.
Very good.
Spero. Mais...
L'heure est de besogne. Service.
Exploro. Enemy. Monday.
Access vos. Access
William's ultimate goal was within his grasp. All that remained was to enter York and destroy its keep.
Je commande. Avant.
Si comme vos regrets, je suis votre Sebux.
Paraz. Escolto. Escolto. Edifico.
Asseyez vos armes. Nous allons. Relayez vos aboués. Tous avertissez votre courage, compagnons.
The Norman army was now well supplied by a town, but it would take a sustained effort to keep the army at full strength.
Escolto.
Parat. Vado.
Attendez, les...
Audite, servientes.
Avertissez...
L'avancement des manches.
Arat.
Soyez... Je suis votre serveuse. Retrayez vos aboués.
Parade.
Si. Si. Edifico. Ubi vado. Massone.
Mandemans. Secco.
Explore. Escolto. Escolto.
Gwen. Movo.
Fake.
Escolto. Roquedo. Edifico. Che? Si. Materia. Si. Massono.
Si. Fake.
Ubi va. Escolto. Laburo.
L'heure est de besoigner. En votre service.
L'entière. Si.
Mandement.
Bene. Escolto. Massone.
Mais. Bene. Colonne Spérante.
With the Fulford rebels eliminated, William was one step closer to York. Knowing he would face strong resistance in the city, William prepared to bolster his cavalry.
Préparate, arquer.
Me? Quod? Ocest. Laburo.
Parat Somes. Ite, colonnes. Quod?
Masono.
Che? Movo. Laburo. Parate, arquer. Ambula. Lanquier. In avant, Lanquier.
Exploro. Vado.
Ensal cavallo. Vado.
Spero. Edifico.
Si. Edifico. Spero.
Laburo.
The Normans discovered an enemy outpost on the water. It belonged to an ally of the northern rebels, the Danes. The Danish King Svein II had sent his army to harass William's forces and prevent him from taking back the north.
Edifico.
William had a choice: bypass the encampment or destroy it.
Ensala. Si.
L'heure avant.
Exploro. Escoltor.
Mais? Si. Ubi. In avant.
Attendez les commandements. In
Mandes. Vado. Si.
access vos, compagnon. Certes.
Escolte. Itamus. Poirot. What? Si. Cavo.
Che? Masono.
What? Vado. Me?
Having left the Dane threat unchecked, the Normans now faced a savage raid from the rebels' fearsome ally.
Escolto. Refaccio.
William's army held back the Danes' attack, but they threatened to return unless William paid them in gold.
Ubi vado? Si. Torrefaction.
Soyez prest, compagnon. Allons, l'ennemi nos aguette. Cesse de vertu. Certes.
Cavalario. Quitamos. Lanquier, si.
Restus saturés! En assaut, chevalier!
Qued Labour. Vado Labour. Labour Spérance. Chioma sono la cose.
Qued Labour.
Si somes. Cos'è sarà massonata?
Tuts audite. Seco materia.
Donetsk, muy vos services. Cannavaro! L'ennemi nos attaque!
William's reinforcements from the south had arrived, adding vital numbers to his Norman army.
Parade pour venir. Cos'è sarà massonata? Prompte.
Valario parade.
Parade, ici va tost. Mandesqued. Trenka.
L'heure est de besoin.
Bene audite. Si. Arco parade. Audite, serviettes. Vado Labourard!
In destroying the Dane outpost, William stripped the rebels of a crucial ally.
Avertissez votre courage, compagnons. Retrayez vos amouilles. Incontinent. Si comme vos voldrez. Acet mes vos. Nos salons.
Cavale comme grande course.
Kedma en boulot. Si. Cavallo ici. Cum grande course. Perfecté. Oyez,
Attention, cadence pour bataille.
Acet mes allons. L'ennemi nos aguette.
Ouais, mais... Vado Labourard. Si, parade.
L'heure est acet mes vos armouilles. Avant! Acet mes vos. Nos salons.
Audit citon. Audit.
Laisse-moi ça. Vini, vite.
Odicito.
Qued labour.
Rovenskito.
Yoma sono la cose.
Escolte bene.
Piemontes.
Eccellente. Attention.
Parates, sergent. Belle. Momentesi, archivade, archière.
Soyez prêts, je suis votre serveuse. Certes.
Odite. Obeio. Odio. In avant, serviente. In avant. Odite, servientes.
Course, cum grande course.
Veillance l'inimi.
Si sommes. Inerans. Lire faccio. Laburo. Yoma sono la cose.
Mandesqued, io ma sono la cosa.
Buen ordines. Wer Sultan! Attention. Cavallarios parat. Adens por battaglia.
Attendez, je commande. Avant.
Cavallo ici. Ambulo. Quai de Mendes. Oyez, oyez.
Bene odite. Assulto tost. En commun course.
Corso expect. Si volé.
Parat. Qued mandes. Si. Acerte, cavallarios.
Accesbets vos, compagnon.
Veillance l'inimi.
Assayez vos armes. Notre
Cavallarios. In avant.
The Norman army poured into York and began sacking the town as they bore down on the keep.
Bene odite.
Parat por venir. Camino. Cos'è sera massonata? Mondesqued. Ito. Vado labura. Barats por la bubido, si. Vado labura. Momente si, archier. Allons-y. Oye. In avant, archier. Intendo.
Si compos voldre. Always!
Odio. Bene. Sì, parato.
Tutto di te. Bien fait. Cos'è se... La bourse, Perrin. Colonel, Paitis. Io ma sono la cose. Ascolte bene. Io ma sono la cose.
Ci sommes.
Udite, attenzione. Che bene udite. Gitte.
Thomas on ordonnance! Incontinent!
Man demande gent tout mauvais.
Alarson, chevalier, vostre service! Certes!
Udite. Zitto. Mandes. Menacé par nos!
Avant!
Pétraille!
Courserette, parade!
Udite, serviente. In avanti. Attenzione. In avanti. Camarade,
Thomas on ordonnance!
Chiede, camarade. Allora. Momento, legione.
Chevalier, forte!
In avanti, cavallerio! Udite! Obeio!
Tous sont prêts! Alarson, chevalier!
Attenzione!
En common cause! Alarson, chevalier!
Mi ascoltate!
Tous avertissez votre frère, compagnon!
Bene udite! Bene! Udite! Odio! In avanti, serviente! Udite, servientes! Zitto!
Thomas on ordonnance! Je suis votre service! Qu'il soit tout vaincu et mal! Alarson,
Attenzione! In avanti! Udite! Obeio!
chevalier, forte!
The keep fell to the Norman army, and York was secured. The Northern Rebellion was over, and William the Conqueror was uncontested as King of England. William the Conqueror had recaptured York from the rebels. Now he wanted to teach them a lesson for defying him. He began a brutal campaign of destruction to crush any further resistance, known as the Harrying of the North. Villages and crops were destroyed. It is said 100,000 people were killed. With ruthless efficiency, William the Conqueror had secured obedience in his new kingdom. But it wasn't to last. It would be thrown into chaos by his own children. When William the Conqueror died in 1087, his favorite son succeeded him, King William II, known as William Rufus. But 13 years into his reign, disaster struck. While out hunting, he was killed. William's youngest brother took his place as King Henry I. But there was a problem. At the time, Henry's elder brother, Robert, Duke of Normandy, had been on crusade. When he returned, he was furious that Henry had grabbed the throne. From Normandy, Robert attempted to invade England to claim the crown from his brother. But he failed and returned home. In retaliation, Henry struck back. In a reversal of 1066, he crossed the Channel and invaded Normandy, intent on undermining his brother Robert's rule. His first target was Bayeux. This rich and splendid city was one of the jewels of Normandy. Henry was to begin his campaign by unleashing his forces on the city. Bayeux was about to feel the wrath of the English army.